Today's recipe is going to be quick and easy. I'll be making sauteed shrimp in tomato sauce. You're watching the Bear Pantry Show. Not a whole lot to making this meal. I went to the store and I got this big old bag of shrimp, and it's already kind of cooked or pre-cooked. The tail is on though, it's peeled and deveined, so half the work is done. But the tail is on and we're going to want to take this off because we don't like it like this. And of course I got like a beefsteak tomato and I put it in quarters. You can put more than one, but I have one because Joe is not a great big fan of tomatoes from the store. He kind of likes it from the garden, and we're going to start growing things in our garden real soon here, like how we're working on our backyard. And I took a whole big onion and I just kind of sliced it up like that. And we're going to need one 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Any brand will do. A little bit of butter. And of course at the end we're going to add some salt and pepper to our taste. So let me go over to the sink and get all the tails peeled off of the shrimp, okay? Almost lost that one. See you guys in a few minutes. First thing we do is get a big old skillet. Put our fire on medium. Put a little bit of butter in the pan in preparation to receive our shrimp. Alright, so it's hot. Let's get our shrimp in there. I love that frying sound. You guys like that? So what we're going to do is just allow the shrimp to cook until it's changed its color. I was going to say till it's pink, but it's already pink to start with. Till it's changed its color to a darker color. And it's not going to be too long. The heat's on medium. I'm going to turn it up to high. This is not going to cook for too long before we add our onions and tomatoes. Remember that the shrimp was already cooked or pre-cooked, so it doesn't have to go for too long. So we're adding our can of tomato sauce. And this is not tomato ketchup, okay guys? I've been noticing that a lot of Belizeans are cooking their stuff, their soups, their garnaches and stuff like that with tomato ketchup. And I'm a ketchup lover, but not when it comes to putting it in food. I just kind of eat it on my French fries and stuff like that. So I've added the tomato sauce. And now I'm going to go add my bunch of onions and tomatoes. To make this dish a little bit more spicy, you can replace the tomato sauce that I use for 1 can of El Pato tomato sauce, Mexican hot style. Okay, so this is all we're doing, just allowing it to cook so that this onion will kind of cook a little bit to where it's not like real crunchy, but we don't want it too soggy either, okay? Just for a few minutes. I'll tell you how long when we get to the end. Okay, so that's been like 5 minutes. The onions are getting to that point where, you know, they're on the way to being soggy, so I don't want to go too much longer. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt, and just a little because the tomato sauce has a lot of salt in it, okay? And the shrimp has salt that's automatically built into it, so you can put more black pepper than the salt. You don't want to overdo the salt. And I'm going to let this go for maybe 2 more minutes, and this is pretty much done. So there you have it. It's like a 7-minute meal. The longest part of this was taking the shell off of the tail of the shrimp, okay? And we're going to serve this over white rice. So I'm going to show you the finished product on a platter for Joe in a little while. Okay, so here it is. It's pretty much done. I still have the stove on, but it's done. The onions are cooked. They're not soggy. And I guess we're going to call this like sauteed shrimp with onions and tomato. This is Joe's favorite meal because he doesn't like shrimp that's breaded. So like when we go to a restaurant and they don't have scampi or sauteed shrimp, he hates that. But so I make this for him every now and again. I'm not really a shrimp lover. I will eat maybe a couple pieces of this shrimp, be happy. Jory hates it, absolutely hates seafood, hates the smell of it. So we try to cook all this stuff when he's not here. So we're going to serve this over white rice, and I'll show you the finished product. To purchase copies of my book, just visit my website at bearpantryshow.com and click on the store tab. It wasn't hard at all to do this menu, right? 7 minutes it took to cook the shrimp. The longest time to prepare this meal was to take the shells off of the tail. And when I went to the store, I made sure that I picked up the shrimp that was already kind of pre-cooked and it was already cleaned and deveined. I spent a little bit more money, yes, but it was less time consuming because I already had to deal with those tails, right? Anyways, you saw how quickly I cooked it up in the pan, and I'm so glad that I did because Joe was supposed to come in from work at 5 o'clock and he actually came home at 4:30, so it was perfect timing when he walked in just now and he's able to eat his wonderful meal. I'm sure if you guys try this, you're gonna like it a whole lot. Thanks so much for watching the show, for sharing the show with your friends and family, for picking up the book, and for just always being such a great support to me. Until I see you guys again, take care. Okay, so this is what I think. Whenever Joe tells me to go home from work early, it's code for can you please cook me something. Am I thinking this thing right?
Say what?
Did you notice he didn't give me an answer? Does that mean go home and cook?
That's right.
Well, do you at least appreciate this dinner today?
Of course I do.
All right. Thank you for working so hard in my place, Josh.